Welcome to Board Ghost, a story broadcast with games as the engine.
If living is a highway, then heaven is a bus stop. Been waiting for a minute there, or has it been forever?
This is offering is a continuation of our game of Home by Dark. To learn how we generate stories using the game Home by Dark, go check out our Home by Dark primer. You can also go to our Patreon, where we, possibly in the next month or two, will be putting up a Home by Dark how to play video. So far, we have been playing in the 60s summer California suburban town, Pottersville, SoCal. Secret in our Home by Dark story is a red balloon that we call Liam, who is the manifestation of a nascent AI, a god seed. It has the ability to maintain and manipulate reality, and it has a fear of isolation. We have a pursuer, which is an extra-dimensional circus folk. So far, they've been manifesting themselves as clowns, but they have the motivation to contain the AI and keep their existence secret. They also have a goal overall to rule the universe or this existence as demigods using this nascent god seed thing. Then furthermore, we have the danger. So with this thing being out there, young and uncontained, and these other extra-dimensional folks around, there's a danger of our dimension being ripped apart. So manifestations are things changing, things coming across from the other dimensions, and memories changing. That's where we're at. So far we have my character Streaks, Will Bothan. He is a lanky 13-year-old punk of a kid with a denim jacket with fringe on it. He skateboards around, and he has a stepbrother.
Played by me. I'm playing Nick McGinty, who is a young lad of 11 years. He has step-siblings with Streaks. Nick likes camping, and he has black hair. He has been in the Boy Scouts for a few years, or I guess it would be the Cub Scouts, perhaps the Webelos. He's an all-around sort of genuine kid, very innocent. Before becoming step-siblings with Streaks, with Will, was good friends with Frank Lodi, his neighbor.
Yes, Frank Lodi. A big kid, too big for his body, in those awkward years where he's trying to figure out his life, but, doesn't want conflict. He's trying to avoid conflict, but it seems like it finds him. He's clumsy, he's weird, he doesn't really have many friends, so he makes friends with his neighbors and the people that are around him.
So going into Act 2, we're going to do another couple rounds of scenes. We have increased the danger and increased the pursuer by adding more points to their score, so that we'll have to work hard to tick them away. But also the opposition has gained in strength. So we will be rolling our pool of dice per scene against a die pool of 5. Our humble players, myself, John Holt, with me.
Ken Breeze.
One of our early players back at it for this episode and this story.
Brian Jones.
All right,
here
Brian.
again. Yeah.
Welcome.
It's good to be back. Thanks for having me.
It is good to have you back.
So I'm gonna go right for it. We're freaked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reality's been bending around us. I'm for striking a blow against the circus.
Mm-hmm. You've come around. They're bad.
Yeah, they're bad news. This is the pursuer. So I wrangle Frank. Oh, you have one too. I wrangle Frank and Nick into coming out to fight this. We're gonna do a full frontal assault. We're gonna bring Liam with us. We're gonna bring Frank's baseball bat.
Frank's baseball bat coming with us.
And we're going to
The Louisiana Slugger?
Yes.
we're gonna buy tickets to the circus,
We're going.
and we're gonna go to the circus, and we're gonna bring it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So the question will be, will we strike fear into the heart of the pursuer?
Ooh. This is going to get so weird.
Wow.
Going for it.
Yeah, right for it.
It's like the day after our pop rocket astropop incident, and sort of in her third incarnation, she was like, "What are you boys doing here? Go eat those pops outside." She doesn't sell pops in the store.
Yeah.
So we kind of confusedly have gone back home, put this plan together to go full out against. We're gonna go back to the circus again. We convince our folks we want to go, pool up our piggy bank cash, buy tickets, and off we go to the circus. And it's pretty empty. Like nobody planned on it.
Right.
It's another weekend. It's not a very populated scene at the circus. As we roll up, hand in our tickets, and just like stroll in, you've got Liam tucked under a coat.
Nice.
It's like unseasonably warm to wear a coat.
Yes, it
but
is.
you kind of have it like a puffy jacket that's like extra puffed because he's kind of like squeezed in the side.
Totally.
So you've got like, you're like sweating profusely. One, because you're nervous. Two, because you've got you're wearing a winter coat in like the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Can he make himself smaller?
And Frank, you're like limping because you got a baseball bat down your pants.
Yep.
I've tore the sleeves off my denim jacket
Nice.
because I'm ready for war.
Yeah, you are.
And I tied a bandana.
Yeah.
It's not tied around my leg anymore. It's tied around my head.
That's right.
All right, guys. So we got pretty good seats. Let's get in there. And when the time is right, we're going to strike.
What are we trying to do here? Change everything?
No. We just want to let them know, like, yeah, they're bad, but they can't mess with us.
I mean, not when we have Liam, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Frank's good with that bat.
Yeah, you know it.
Okay, I'm going to tell Liam to try and make the clowns go away when they appear.
Yeah, dude, I don't think that's going to work.
Oh, okay. What are you going to do? Jump out there?
We'll see.
Okay, cool.
So the circus starts rolling like bareback riders come out, these like elephants on like spindly stilt-like legs. Then the clowns come out and the like spotlights are training around and spotlights stop on the three of us. And we can't see anyone else. It's just us and then spotlights on these clowns. And they point to us and say, "We need volunteers for the next act." Frank, get your bat ready.
It's in my pants.
Liam, protect Nick. And Nick, don't pee yourself.
You're the one.
So we're in a crowded area, and I'm like, dude, don't mess this up. You ready? I got a rock right here. You're gonna do this thing.
I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I mean, on the field, I'm good. I mean, I could throw some dukes up, but these clowns don't look like they're. Is this a good idea?
It's the best idea, man. I got a foolproof plan. You ready? I'm gonna throw this up in the air. You can't flake out on me. Can't have performance anxiety.
I'll try my best, but I mean,
You're the
I can't
slugger,
promise.
Frank.
I can't promise anything.
Then your hands are so sweaty, your bat's like slips out of them.
You're
And
the
you drop
slugger.
it.
So the bat's in my hands, and
So I take out like a fist-sized rock, and I'm like, I'm gonna serve you up, dude. You hit it right at that tall clown in the center.
okay, and then you toss up the rock.
Yeah,
and
I think that's when we go to the
That's
dice.
when we're rolling.
All right.
No, that's bad.
I throw this rock up,
okay,
and I go, Nick, you got this, dude. And you hit it, but it fouls, flies back and up, and like tears a hole in the tarp, and the clowns rush towards us, and it's bedlam now. Like those elephant things are screaming, everyone's running everywhere. We gotta get out of here. We book it out of there.
Book it.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
But somehow you got trapped in the.
Focus on Liam. Will be our pillar for this scene. Will be me in this scene, and it'll be my buddy Frank Lodi.
Hello.
Me and Frank Lodi are there, and I think we're still in the circus. This is like directly after us escaping the big top, or running out of the cheesing it out of the big top. Pillar is going to be our balloon. Our question is going to be: are we able to find out what the secret is? So we're running, Frank, and you run so much faster than I do. So you're sort of like slowing up a little bit, maybe. And we're like lost. Like things are changing around us now. Like whereas before there was like the monkey cage, you know, that was on wheels. And like, oh, they have the lion in that one. These creatures are starting to like morph together. So the monkey has two heads. And the lion splits apart into like two separate halves, and like all this crazy, super bizarro Cronenberg shit is starting to go down all around us as these like animals are making all these really just disgusting sounds. and we're like, we're just running around. And I'm like, where's Will? Where'd he go? We gotta find him.
Where's Will?
Where's Will?
Next one, maybe.
And we see these clowns running after us down one of like sort of the lanes, and I like shove you into this like just this tent, and that I believe is when
And it's just completely dark in there.
the fear.
It is completely dark in there.
It is completely dark in there. 100% dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's pitch black in here. Darkness washed over the dude.
And so I'm in this tent. It's completely pitch black, and I'm throwing. I'm trying to touch something. I'm trying to touch something. Trying to see where I'm at. I can't really find anything to touch. And whenever I say, where are you? Where are you, Nick? Nick. The voice echoes as if it's in a deep canyon, so I can't even tell how big the space is. I actually start crying, and then tears start coming down my cheek, and then I try to sit down on the ground, but there's really no ground to touch anyway. It's kind of soft and weird, and I don't know where I'm at.
Exactly. And as we come into this thing, we're next to each other, but we don't realize that we're in the deprivation chamber. We're in the isolation chamber that Liam had been kept in. We just randomly found our way in here. Just by happenstance. Liam starts freaking the fuck out because Liam's fear is isolation, is being back here, being in this situation. Your fear's kicking in with the darkness. I can't hear you. I can't see you. I can't hear Liam. I can't see Liam. So I'm just shouting at the top of my lungs, Frank, Liam. And I'm not able to see anyone. And I think this is exactly the point to roll.
All right.
It's
a push.
It's a push. 5 versus 3 is still a push.
Okay.
That's amazing. Okay, so the answer to our question is yes. Are we to discover the nature of the secret? Very quietly at first, but getting louder and louder, we hear Liam's voice saying, no more.
It was like inside your head.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
not hearing it. It's just
like inside the head, exactly.
and you gain awareness of it.
Yeah, and we sort of like get almost like this weird mental connection between the three of us where our pasts are merging together. And so we feel everything that Liam went through, whereas it is feeling what we went through.
Affecting our emotions, affecting our mind.
Our minds
affecting our
meld
gut.
together. Like I know what it means to be an oaf. You know what it means to lose a father.
Yeah.
It's like this very intimate sort of mind melding.
Yeah.
And if I could, in this melding, you guys kind of like, there's an intersection of where you two met.
Yes.
Like
Our
a
first
day, like on a
friendship,
playground outside of school on a sunny day, and everything, all the like weirdness and this merging kind of ends there, and you are almost frozen in this moment again, like reliving it as two young people looking at each other, and Liam is there floating between you.
Yeah.
And you are on the playground. You're adult, like you're of your age.
Yep.
Liam's there between you, and you're no longer in the thing.
Yep. Yep, exactly.
And now you know that Liam is a
God seed.
Yeah, you can barely conceive of it, but
like, is a deity of some type.
Yeah, it's like a child. It's like a child
God.
deity,
God. Yeah, just an inexperienced.
It's also kind of unknowable.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird, like you have a concept.
Yeah.
But it's I mean it's a child's concept of a god.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I probably have to go at the dimension.
Cool. So the danger.
It requires more of his self to.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? So
it's
really setting him up. So
I love it.
We need to encourage him. You know,
like
maybe
so here's the question: are we Liam the pillar, or is it something where like are we doing like can we repair a change? Like, put something back to normal.
Do we try and train Liam to be better, or is it exactly that we're trying to repair something that's already been changed or something like that?
I think we could go in the prepared route. Could set up for.
So then we're helping Liam prepare. So that would be the pillar that we're focusing on.
And so the question would be, can we help Liam get stronger?
Can we help Liam fight or can we help him get stronger or focus his?
And sharpen his abilities or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can we help?
I mean, I would like for all of us to be in it again.
Cool. You would
Alright.
spend that
a
red
point.
one.
Well, it could be like next day sort of thing.
Yeah.
So let's just do that. It could be at the abandoned subdivision area, trying to gather ideas about what's the next steps within this. You know, what we need to take on these clowns, but we can't do it ourselves. So we need to encourage Liam to be a part of the
How
fight.
do we do that though, Frank? I'm not a coach.
Nor am I. I don't know. I don't think that, like this, he has powers, but he hasn't really used them against those creepy clowns. Like, if we can encourage him to somehow fix all these wrongs and bring it back to the way it was, but also if we can get rid of these clowns in some way.
I don't know, dude. I don't think you saw those clowns. Like, you barely got out of there with your skins. Like,
They're really scary.
Like, I didn't even know what happened to you guys. In the whole scrum, I thought you guys were gone for good. But, like, really, there's no way Liam's going to be able to like, get to fight. Like, it sounds like you're saying he's like a baby.
Well, he hasn't really shown
He's
himself.
Really young. He's really
Yeah.
young.
Yeah, no, dude. He's totally, like, he's a child.
All right, listen to this. I'll throw down
Hope
card.
Hope card has been played.
The streaks. All right, listen to this, Will. So, if he can bend time and reality, can he make a reality where these clowns don't exist?
I mean,
Yeah.
sure, right? But honestly, wouldn't he have done that already? Like,
Maybe he just doesn't know how to.
We should ask him.
I mean, they're strong enough to have trapped him. I don't know.
But he's just a baby. Maybe if he grows, he'll get stronger.
We could try it, I guess.
How do we train something like this?
I don't, push-ups?
Think we try to kill it. Well, like put it in danger.
Okay.
Okay, but only like as a practice, not real.
Like, well, think of this, right? When we were down in the basement, like, it reacted and changed stuff. When you guys were, like, in the dark, it reacted and changed stuff. So what if we can, like, show it, like, what, like, that it can trigger those responses without having to be freaked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right, well, I don't know, let's try to drop a house on it.
I don't know how do we pick up a house?
No, like, well, there's like half-finished houses here. We'll just like knock the supports out of one. We'll put Liam in the basement, and fight or flight, or well,
See what he does?
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's try it.
We try it.
So-
All right, let's see. Let's roll.
All right.
We succeeded.
Mm-hmm. So we push the house on top of him.
Yep.
Or we push these supports. So this house has been broken down. It's only a half of a wall, and there's this weird dingy basement that's only about 3 feet deep, and this has been around here for a long time. Some rocks and some moss and lots of other things have grown on top of it. And so we together push down this one thing, which leads to a chain reaction to other pieces of the house falling on top of Liam.
How does Liam react to this?
It's like unto like a structural. It's like you would imagine, like this whole thing is collapsing down, and then it like stops
Yeah.
and starts to like
Right itself. Exactly. Almost
And
like in
then-
reverse, like we're watching a reversed VHS
Right.
or whatever.
But then even more so, like more materials start like pulling themselves in,
Yes.
and the house completes itself.
Mm.
And then we all kind of like blink to being in front of this thing, and like the sky, like the sun starts moving quicker through the sky till it's night, and then the house catches on fire.
All right. Right on. That was a yes.
Yeah.
Well done.
We're going to be confronting, like we have to deal with some of the danger.
We really do.
This is me and Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And we're back in the Downs again. Sadie, listen, I think there's a reason the clowns wanted us to come back to the Downs. And so the question here is going to be, and we've taken Liam with us
Okay.
to the Downs. Question here will be, is Liam strong enough to protect us from the danger? Can he protect us from an attack from the danger? Frank, listen, there's a reason they had us come out like they wanted us to come to the Downs. There's like something, I don't know what it is, but like there's a reason they would have had us come back here. Like this is where we saw him 1st. I mean, yeah, sure, we saw him over at the circus, but like maybe they can't be too close where like people are. Where there's like structure and organ, you know what I mean? Like stuff. Like, you know, they don't, it's not like I never ever saw the circus people in town. We only ever saw them in our house that one time, and like Liam totally wiped him out. So, I mean, Nick's going to be pissed if he wakes up and Liam's not there. Like he's been like teddy bear sleeping with him all the time.
Right.
But I brought and I pulled Liam out of my backpack. I'm like, I brought him.
Why'd you bring him? I mean, is he ready?
I think so, dude.
What? I mean, I swear, if he isn't ready, like these guys are not going to leave town. These guys are bad news. And
right, but they're not like we gotta like figure out. Like you saw what he did with the house. Like he could totally wipe them out.
Okay.
Like, who knows? That's when we hear the like of the thing, and then we also hear like a honk honk. So we hear the tick 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 kind of from in front. From the side we hear a honk honk, and then from the other side we hear a awooga. And out of the dark, like the first thing we see is this like spidery, spindly, like bicycle big wheel clown kind of coming towards us with the giant smile. Then over to the other side, we see that round clown with a teeny tiny little bicycle with a big horn, like going, like squeaking towards us and squeezes, going honk honk. But it's like he's just got these dainty little like one finger on each handlebar as and his like little legs are pumping away, and his body is just this massive thing. And then we hear like a revving horn and an awooga. And a model, like, must be like a Model T or some like old car, like Keystone Cop style, like a towering like stack that sways of all these like clowns with wild like eyes and makeup, like eyes way too big for their heads, coming towards us, and they're all like creeping towards us.
Good job, boys.
Oh my God.
Oh no, dude. What did we do? What did I do?
You're wrong about this.
Cotton candy for this one.
Frank, we're going to be fine, man. We can do this. Have some hope.
Have some hope.
Look, ready?
Okay.
Up with hope.
So
All right.
I'm like, I bring out Liam and I'm bracing him.
Liam, I know you can do it.
So
we believe in you. You need to show yourself. We've seen what you could do. We saw what we've done with the house and all those other things.
And he's like pulling back and recoiling because there's a mass of these things, and they kind of catch sight of him and
Give us
they're
the
like,
balloon.
yeah. That's when there's like a rending sound, and out of the ground from beneath the large clown sprouts these trees, like these redwoods, like massive trees, like ancient trees, just huge, pushing their way up out of the ground. And just tossing this round clown like up in the air. It falls, another one catches it and hits it up. The others, like this sort of like jungle forest is growing and threatening these other clowns. They start to like turn around and are trying to wheel away from it. And like a thing, like some sort of leathery winged thing swoops out and like snatches one of the like small car clowns out and goes and screeches away. We look at Liam and we're like, are you doing this? And, you know, it sends a wave of consciousness that, like, it's it's not doing it. Can you stop it? Can you stop it? And that's where we'll go to the die.
Ooh,
that's actually like 5.
5. Well done.
Okay, so the answer is yes. So, Liam, one of the trees starts to, like, grow up beneath us, sends soaring into the sky, hundreds of feet. And we're teetering there, and the branches snap beneath us, and we both fall on either side. So you just see like the silhouette against the moon of this massive tree and these 2 little children in a balloon just floating between them. And then it stops. Like we're stopped in midair, and space folds, and we're standing back on the downs again. And I'm just holding my backpack open, and the clowns have also kind of like the rounder clown just kind of like falls through the air and lands and kind of goes like flattens out and then kind of
Comes back out.
flattens out, and the others are stunned. They don't know what to do. They were kind of already in retreat, and we run. We snatch up Liam in our backpack and run like our life depends on it.
I'm gonna go against the pursuer. Our question is, do we chase the clowns away? You guys are running away with Liam from the Downs as they've been transmogrified and then returned. And I am there. Like I'm in like have a flashlight. I have my mag light with me. I'm like heading towards the Downs. Both of you are there.
Okay.
And I'm like, anyways, you're both there. The Downs and the mag light are activated. And I'm like rushing forward. I'm like in my robe and like I've like put on my Velcro shoes, my slip-on shoes, but I'm basically in my PJs otherwise. And I'm running up. I see you two, and I'm like, what's going on? I saw the trees. Are you okay?
Yeah, dude, we're total. No, I mean, there's must be 50 clowns back there.
Clowns?
Yeah, man, I don't know what we're gonna do.
You brought them, Liam. No.
I mean, he showed himself. He did that stuff with the trees. I mean,
He did?
I don't know,
Our
man. I think he
training
saved us
worked?
from the trees.
did he? Who knows who's doing what? But I mean,
Screw this bullshit. We're going back right now. We're gonna finish this.
yeah, you should come with us. I mean, he trusts you probably more than anyone else, and we need you in this.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should all go home. I agree.
I say no.
Rushing right into the dragon's mouth? Forget about it.
No, Will. We're not gonna fail this test like you fail all your other tests. We're going.
Yeah, just because you're new here, this is our town. This is our time.
Is that your fear? Okay.
But guys, I can't be left behind. You know that. I can't cut it.
I know, man.
What if I can't do it?
You can do it. I mean,
Well, if you can't do it, then we're not gonna be able to do it together. So we're in this together or we're not. But we gotta chase those clowns away, and Liam can help.
This is just too much. I don't know. What is
he
our
needs
question,
us as
by the
much
way?
as we need him.
Here, you take the mag light, and
Okay. I don't know.
there's a glint in my eye. It's almost like this odd mind melding that we had has really done something to me. It's really sort of changed my demeanor, and I have this sort of like resoluteness as I'm like, turn around, we're going back, and I lead the charge, snatching the backpack from you, Will.
All right, let's do this thing. So we rush forward and back to the Downs.
Indeed. All right, we rush back to the Downs to face off against the gnarly pursuers. I can get a responsibility die from each of you.
Two. It's a
yeah.
All right, so how does that resolve?
Awesome. We rush back, and I'm leading the charge. I have the backpack. I'm yanking out Liam. It's not a balloon really anymore. It's turned into almost like this. The best way I can put it is like an oversized glove, or like a power glove or something like that. Like this is just this big sort of mass that's around my forearm now that I'm sort of taking out. You guys are shining the mag light and we're screaming. And as we get there, I just push my arm forward, and all of these multicolored, almost like disco lights fire out of the end of my arm, and they're searing and hitting the clowns. Their car explodes, and it's just like they're blasted backwards.
All right, and they
disappear.
head for the hills.
Yeah, they disappear, either teleporting away or being destroyed.
It's either do something with a dimension or something with this thing not falling off your hand. So this glove.
So the glove. So
his disco glove, which saved the day and pushed away these clowns, is not coming off of Nick's hand.
Okay.
So you want to get it off? Is that what we want?
Or seeing the danger within, can we safely
So
interact?
it's you and I in this scene?
with the secret. I'll bring both of you in the scene.
Cool.
Take the bat.
And the Downs.
And the Downs, that's where we already are at.
Yeah,
so.
coming. Sure. So we sort of stay there.
So we stay there, and you have this glove, and we're so amazed by it, and it's like just pulsing in your hand. It's huge, but then it's like starting to reduce itself, but it doesn't reduce itself entirely.
Liam
It's
is
like,
amazing.
wow, oh my gosh, we should, like, can you make more of those?
Dude,
That was incredible.
we need to get this thing. Like, Nick, what is can you feel your hand?
No, I
Dude.
can move it.
We need to get Liam, get off him.
Liam, can you get off? Liam.
He's not doing it. Here, pull him off.
He listens to you.
Liam, you did a good job, but can you get off?
Dude, I think it knows. I think you want him on there. I think it knows that.
It's in your subconscious. All right.
It is. I do kind of. I don't really
All right,
want him to
forget
get
this. I'm going to go get Rick's machete.
Machete?
Why
It's
would
the
you?
only way, man.
That's pretty drastic, man. Let's try to
almost
pull
got
it
killed
off.
we almost got killed by a giant forest, and we almost got killed by a bunch of weird clowns. Cutting off Nick's arm doesn't seem too drastic to me. If there's like something eating him.
No, it's not eating
You
me.
guys say that it's like some sort of
Let's
like
try to pull it
baby
off
god,
first.
but that like it could be like a horror monster baby god. Like this is the beginning of a
monster. He's my friend.
a friend who's eating your arm. Let's cut it off before it gets too far.
Here. At least just try using the bat first, you know?
Okay,
Okay.
try use the bat. And I
And
stick
then-
my arm out.
And then you try to take a swing with
Yeah,
the
we
bat.
swing at it.
Swing at the bat.
And
swing at the hand,
Swing
and the
at
hand
What happens when we swing it? When we try to hit with the baseball bat?
shatters the bat into a million
Oh!
pieces.
All right.
And it's like you don't have the strength for that. It's almost like you touch
Yeah,
it and it just
Yeah, it just became shards.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like just rained
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
So
Frank, dude, sorry about your baseball bat, but like,
Wait.
that was my favorite bat.
Maybe I can bring the bat back. Come on, Liam, fix it.
Uh,
Point my hand out.
I
My
think
mom
it's-
got me that bat.
I'm gonna go get the machete, and I tromp off and go get the machete. So yeah, I come back with a machete and like
Come on.
a bottle of beer,
Make the
and I'm like, drink this. It'll make you braver.
oh okay. This tastes so bad.
Here, put this belt in your mouth.
What?
Hold
I
him
can't-
down.
I can't drink
It's
and
like you thought this out beforehand.
I can't drink it and bite it at the same time. Which one should I do?
Frank.
All right, I'll hold him down while you swing.
All right.
I'm not gonna
No,
look.
don't cut off my arm.
Sorry, dude. Rick's gonna be so pissed.
I'm writhing on the ground, attempting to get free.
Just okay. So we interact with the question.
All right.
All right.
It seems like it's time to roll.
Well, I won't put it that. It's your scene, Frank. So what do you do? Like where do you set us up? Like where are we at here?
All right, so
Before
we're
we-
about to swing onto
Before we
this.
roll, yeah.
Swing onto this, possessive hand.
So you're holding the hand down, or you're holding.
I'm holding, I'm holding
Okay.
Nick down, and you're about to swing at
Okay.
the hands. The hand is laying on the ground while my knee is into the back of Nick, and he's writhing and trying to push me off, but obviously I'm bigger and stronger, and he can't do anything about it. And then so I move his head to the ground, so his mouth becomes muffled, and he goes,
nuts.
and then he starts crying.
Brutal.
And so let's.
And the machete drops.
All right, let's.
All right.
Roll.
So for you.
All
All
right.
right. So how does this? This is a yes.
It is a yes. Can we safely interact with the secret? And the answer
All right.
is yes.
So the machete comes down like in slow motion. And then all what happens, time freezes, and Streaks is holding the machete. As it hits the hand, you hear dink, and then Liam just scoots right off of his hand
A little balloon again.
like a little balloon again. And he says, "You guys are too much."
All right. And that's how Act 2 ends. You guys are too much.
So we are now going to the final scene. Any character points left are going to be used to help the secret. So put all your character points here. For every 2 in the pool, add 1 die to the secret.
Yeah.
So there we go. So now we decide who our characters are going to help stop. Will they stop the pursuer? Will they, and this is like each player decides which their character. Will they confront the danger? Once again, we add die to the pool using the same rules, resolving a scene. So what we're going to do is like, these are our things we're going against. We decide whose character is going against. Are we going against the clowns? Like as individuals, or are we going against the danger as individuals? Then we will split up the secrets die into those pools to like bolster them. And we just roll them against one another for the things.
I would like to go against the danger.
Okay.
And the reason that is because I feel like that Nick has been slowly changing throughout all of this. Having the experience in the isolation chamber with the God Seed, having this experience of being able to sort of meld with the God Seed for a moment. I think that it is happening for Nick that things are starting to change around him because he has changed so much. I think Nick is starting to feel less than human to some degree. And so he is really attempting to stop the danger from happening, stop things from changing, stop things from disappearing, stop memories from changing.
Streaks is like, these clowns, they're bad news. They brought all this down on us. He's going after the clowns. There's something he can put his head around.
Mm-hmm.
They're a manifestation of the bad.
The pursuer.
There it is. You said it. Down with the clowns. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right in the pool. Yep, perfect.
So now we spread the secrets die into our pools as well.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we want to do that? I feel like we kind of weigh at least that many.
Yeah.
We're just going to roll those.
Yep. 3 successes for me versus your 2. I succeed.
The danger loses by 1 or 4. The danger is stopped, but there are recurrent hits that it may not be completely gone.
Okay.
3v7.
7.
Okay, so the pursuer fails at its goal, and the secret disappears during the final confrontation.
Ooh.
Now we're going to, as a group, decide like how that all plays out.
Well, we were at the Downs. We just realized that the secrets can be safely interacted with. Do the clowns return to the Downs?
We make a second assault on the
On the circus?
on the circus.
We go there like right then and there, like that.
After our whole machete
Yeah.
thing. That's when I think Liam is becoming more like aware and starts to take on like a form, maybe even like a humanoid
form.
Yeah.
There's a balloon humanoid.
Sort of like or even just like full, like it floats still, like a few feet off the ground, but it's like a amalgam, like a generic boy of our age kind of.
Right.
thing.
That's awesome. Yeah. So it's like a balloon boy.
It's reflecting what it sees.
Right. And it's like, it's basically assuring us it's strong enough, but it needs us to come with it to because we are footholds in this reality and we give it strength.
And I'm very wary. The danger still is here. I mean, we're seeing things change around us. Even just
right. Yeah.
being
Like
here.
just as we
stop
traipse
it
through
anymore.
it, things are melding.
Mailboxes are changing,
Right.
light poles, streets.
Rick is like really nice to us.
Yeah, oddly. He tells us to drive the golf cart around.
Yeah, he gives us like $5.
Yeah.
Weird.
Get yourself something nice.
And we
reality's all fucked up, man.
we load up. We bring our baseball bats and our mag lights. We bring Liam, Balloon Boy Liam, and we head back towards the circus.
Yeah, we walk that way. So I'd say we arrive there and they're ready for us.
Yes, they are.
Like they can see the like the sky is warping above us, like it changes colors. Sun is changing. Like there's points where there's like 2 moons in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just, again, it's the more it's outside of even the world that things are shifting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we walk further, closer and closer. I think that sort of an envoy, the spindly, like large wheel
first one we
clown
saw.
comes out.
They again tell us to give them their property.
He's like, well, Liam's our friend. And they ask, who's Liam?
Nice.
And then Liam parts between us. And he says, I am.
And now he's like a man, but like very large.
Yep. Yeah, totally. I think he's actually is like Frank Lodi, but like the ideal, like the man that Frank is going to grow into. Tall, beautiful man. So he's gorgeous and like just obviously just amazing.
But then like wreathed in flame.
Yes, that as well.
Yes.
And for as we sort of the two sides of this conflict square off, and we basically are rushing at each other, is what it sort of seems like. We're about to go into actual battle. For Nick, his way of fighting is channeling what little energy he does have to change reality around
Right.
him. And so he's making them fall into pits, or like these sort of weird sort of portals are appearing.
Yeah, and Liam's feeding that. And like with me and Frank, he feeds like we kind of get almost like supernatural abilities to like we can maneuver. It's not like we're manifesting things, but we can maneuver around all the traps and tricks that like the clowns kind of manifest their own pitfalls.
Yeah.
But they're like weird and
Full of spikes
twisted and like
snakes.
It's similar
Shark
to like
snakes.
like spitting acid out of a weird flower that pops out of the ground, or like a Jack in the Box made of blades, like stuff like that. It's like, you know, it's like a Batman fight against the Joker.
Yeah.
And so, but like Liam is just like, it's just this weird set of circumstances and surreality, and becomes weirder and weirder till we kind of lose, like our minds shut off.
Yeah.
Because it's too much
It's
for us
too
to
bizarre and crazy as fuck.
I mean, things are happening so fast and so quickly that we don't realize whether we're getting hurt or hit, and you know, our bodies are contorting in weird ways, you know, and then also we're still trying to, you know, fight, and you know, this flower pops out of the ground, shoots acid right into Frank's eyes.
Oh,
He goes blind and melts off parts of his face.
yeah.
Yeah, but then he like grows extra faces in his like belly, and so like
Yeah,
we're just
shit is going
like
crazy.
It's just insane, and like and then
And as the crescendo is about to hit, is about to drop, as it were, we're all sure that we're dead. Like this is over.
Right.
Like this is gonna be done.
but it's also like that's when it all turns off.
Yeah,
for all of us.
I reach out to you guys, and the thing that you feel is the contact of my hands on your shoulders, and that sort of bond allows us to sort of remember who we are and where we're from. And as all this light and chaos is exploding around us, we basically black out.
The sun comes up
Yeah.
on the field where the
and-
circus was,
And we're just laying
and
there.
we're the only ones there.
No, nothing else is there.
What
Huh?
happens with our characters?
Yeah.
It's like 1990, and
30 years after.
yeah, it's a good 30 years later. Rick Bothan, that's my pen name, is signing his new book in the Weirding World series, and on the cover is like a big fat round clown like squeezing a kid, and a mom comes up with like a baby in her arm, and she's like, "This is the scariest one in the series yet." I'm like, she's like, "How do you come up with this stuff?" I'm like, you know, I just think of all the fun stuff I used to imagine as a kid when me and my brother were running around.
Speaking of that brother, Nick, it's basically sort of become like a hermit. Like he lives out in the woods by himself. He doesn't really interact with many people, and he really keeps to himself. But his home is like this M.C. Escher-esque, like twisting sort of almost like palace. He has this amazing piece of property, and it's like a secret garden in there. And I think as the camera sort of pans over and swoops over this beautiful property and the palace, the fantasy palace that he lives in, it sort of goes a little bit to the backyard, and we see Nick conjuring a redwood from the ground.
Tune in to Frank. He's in a doctor's office. He's donating, you know, some of his plasma. You know, the nurse is setting everything up for him and putting the needle in, and he's just sitting there, and he's just waiting, thinking about the times of where he's at. You know, he's fat, he's bald, his life is not really what he wanted it to be, and he goes to try to light a cigarette, but realizes that he can't smoke here. He sees a sign that says no smoking. The door opens to the doctor's office, and a very pale doctor walks in. He's very gangly looking and weird. He has a mask on, as if he was going to perform surgery or anything like that. He's like, I'm just donating blood, Doc. What's with the mask? Oh, this is not a mask. And then he peels down the mask and to reveal a giant smile, and he warps into a weird clown face, and then cut to black.
With that, our story ends. We will return again with a new tale to spin to dare to entertain. I was one of your players, John Holt. You can find me on Twitter at LordJoho and on Instagram at board_ghost. You can find my media recommendation review podcast at newtoyoushow.com. And you can find my book club podcast at woundandstab.com. Ken, where can people find you?
Hey, Board Ghost, check me out at berlingsbeard.com, BERLINGS Beard. Also, check out my Twitter, my Instagram. I'm on Twitch doing live D&D streams. And also, if you live in the New York City area, I am a concierge dungeon master. Hire me to run your next D&D game.
All right. And Brian, where can people find you?
You can find me at alowroar.com. That's ALOWROAR. That's where most of my, artwork, media, all of other stuff that, I do in this weird old world. But you can see me on any Twitter, Facebook, whatever. I don't know. Instagram, at alowroar as well. So, catch me.
Awesome. Thanks again for being on, Brian. It's great having you back.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's really fun.
All right.
Come back soon, man.
All right, let's do it.
To learn more about the players and engine in our story, visit boardghost.com. If you'd like to collaborate in making the show, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/boardghost. We'd like to thank our patrons for helping us out with the show.
Thanks, guys.
If you're not in a place to financially contribute, or if you are, the other thing that you can really help us do is spread the word. Let people know about the show. Just kind of put it out there. Put it on Reddit. Put it on Facebook. All those things. That, the more people who know about it, the more sort of stuff we can spread around. All right. But yeah, thanks a lot. You can attempt to pierce the veil and contact us at Board Ghost World on Twitter. Shout it through the ether if you have desires we can fulfill. Leave reviews and comments on iTunes, your preferred listening portal. Please take a moment to subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest episodes. We'd like to thank Pat Couples for our theme song and interlude music. You can find more about Pat at patcouples.tumblr.com or on his band's website, hotelsandhighways.com. If you're not alone in the void, share our stories. The more they are consumed, the truer they become.
Dying don't agree with me.